delicious. Hi guys, welcome back to Not For Nothing Homestead. I'm Ginger. Today, I've got the easy part. I already did all the hard stuff. Oh my gosh. Today I'm going to be making crushed tomatoes. I decided to do this because the San Marzanos, I love them dearly. Wow, they have been such a good producer for me this year. I have just been super blessed with that. You know, I've had my bad harvests of different things that didn't work out so well, but the San Marzanos is definitely not one of them. They have done very well. Super happy. So I've got sauce, and I've got sauce, and I've got sauce. I mean, I have so much sauce. That's good. I love that because hopefully the hope is it will last me till next year and I don't have to go to the store and buy any sauce. But I had like 4 bags in the freezer of tomatoes. I had another bag and a half in the refrigerator. I was like, I've got to do something with all these. So I was digging around in my favorite book. You'll know it. This one, the USDA Complete Guide to Home Canning. I do love this book very much. You find so many answers in this book. You need this, just as like your little cooking Bible. It's very good for that. So I went digging around in here just for some ideas, and that's where I stumbled upon the crushed tomatoes. And I thought, well, I'll do that. I'll do crushed tomatoes. Why not? It'll be something a little bit different. So that is what I'm doing. Now, I have already done all the hard stuff, so I will not bore you with that. But I am going to show you a few pictures. The frozen tomatoes were actually really easy. I took those out, put each bag in a strainer, let them strain as they defrosted, because all of the juice in the tomato really just kind of expands and blows up. And so then as it as it was freezing, and then as it defrosts, it goes down, down, down and loses all that water. So it actually saves you some work of having to cook off that water. That I really liked. That was number 1. Number 2 reason I really liked it was because the skins just came right off. I mean, there was no blanching involved. Now, the 2 bags or bag and a half that I had in the fridge, I had to blanch those. And then what I did was I just made like a little assembly line. I put tomatoes in one pot and I put skins in another pot, because I'm going to dehydrate the skins and make tomato powder out of that. So there we go. We're going to use every bit of this tomato. Make sure it's all good. So it's very simple. You're just looking for 1/2 inch of headspace, and you're going to need to put either some bottled lemon juice or some citric acid in there to balance it out as usual. And then that's it. If you want to add a little bit of salt, you can. If you want to wait until you open it and then put it in your dish and then you control the salt, which you would control the salt before either, I mean also, but you know, if you wanted to wait and do it when you do your dish, then you don't worry about it. The only thing you need that's required is the citric acid or lemon juice. So let's get started. Okay, and here I have all of the crushed tomatoes. And then I have already got all of my jars in my canner, my steam canner, and I'm sterilizing those. So they need about another 4 or 5 minutes, and then we'll get them out and we'll get started filling them. Here is what we are canning today, our finished product. Are they not beautiful? All right, getting to it. First, your citric acid. 1/4 teaspoon of that. And if you always put this in first, you'll never forget it. So put that there. We're looking for a 1/2 inch headspace. We're gonna go with that. Big clump in there. Wow, that almost did it. See how much more we're gonna need. Oh, it looks so, so pretty. This one out of my way. Now we're gonna debubble. Just stick your debubbling tool down in there, swish it around, stir it. Make sure you get any bubbles out that could possibly be lurking in there. And I think I have too much. Man. So we're looking for a 1/2 inch. And yes, we have too much. So I'm gonna just dip a little bit out here until I see it go down far enough that I think we're good. Yep, that's gonna get it. All right. Now, you're gonna take your towel, wiped or dipped in white vinegar, and I know that I spilled a bunch over here, so I'm gonna make sure and get that so that I don't see all that. That way I don't have a failed seal, because I don't want to do that. Number one, I'd have to reprocess it if I wanted to do it, or just stick it in the refrigerator and use it right away. I want to stockpile it. Okay, got that all good. Grab a ring, a lid and a ring. On it goes. Fingertip tight. No more than fingertip tight. What is fingertip tight? Where you can't do it anymore with your fingertips. Why is that? Because during the processing time, the air escapes through the lid. The band just keeps the lid on. You don't want to prevent the air from escaping, because if the band is too tight, it will prevent that. And then what will happen is you'll open up the canner and this whole lid will be buckled because it couldn't get that air out. And then you have to reprocess it all over again. We don't want to do that. We don't want to waste our time. So, isn't that gorgeous? So pretty. I'm so excited to have these on my shelf. All right, let me get these done. While that's going on and my canner is coming, my steam canner is coming up to the correct pressure, I got out my dehydrator, because we're going to do double duty and make it awesome. Why is that? Because we're going to work smarter, not harder. This is my dehydrator, just a basic dehydrator. So we're going to use all these. I have a ton of these to get out of the various different trays. Got one. Sort those in there. There's two in there, so I don't need that one. I'm going to load these up and get this started as well. And see, that is utilizing every bit of the tomato. So you've used the skin and you've canned all of the tomato itself. You're not wasting anything. I hate wasting stuff anymore. It just drives me insane. So I really like drying the skins, and then when they're done, of course, I'll just put them in a little grinder and grind them into tomato powder. So anytime I need to whip something up or add some tomato flavor, I can just add the tomato powder if I don't want to open up the whole jar. So I'm going to get that done and I'll show you that. Okay, I have 5 trays loaded with tomato skins, and I still have like half a container left to do. So probably gonna have to do 2 rounds of this. And then my steam canner is almost up and almost in my zone. I said something in an earlier video, if you are a loyal follower, and I think it was one of my jam videos, and I wanted to correct what I had said regarding steam canners. I did a little research after that because I was thinking, why, you know, what is the limit? What is the time limit for something in a steam canner that you have to stay within, you know, before you burn the thing up? You don't want to burn it up. And from everything that I have read on all the different canning sites, all of the different extension offices that put out information, anything that goes beyond 45 minutes you don't want to do in a steam canner. Prior to this, again in the jelly video, I had said you didn't want to do tomato products because you couldn't do it long enough. So that's actually not true. After I did that research, even with the fluctuation in my elevation, according to what the USDA has for my time limit, my elevation of 1,000 to 3,000 feet, that's the window I fall in, these crushed tomatoes are going to take 40 minutes. So I'm good. Now I'm probably going to have to do 2 rounds. Why would I do that instead of just getting a water bath canner out and double stacking it? Well, this comes up to the pressure it needs to be at in about 15 minutes, whereas a full pot of water to double stack pints, which I have one, but a full pot to do that would probably take me an hour and a half to get that thing up to temp. So by the time I get done with this one and get the next one in, I'm gonna be good on, I'll be even, maybe even still ahead of the game. Definitely gonna be ahead of the game in water because you don't use near as much water. And then also gonna be ahead of the game because that pot is not nearly as heavy as a double stacked pot full of water, 1 to 2 inches over the jars, for me to move on and off of the, you know, the burners and stuff like that. So I know, I keep going on and on about this dad blasted steam canner. I just love it. I just want, if I won the lotto, I would give every canner in the world a steam canner, just so they could try stuff and see it. I mean, I was so skeptical at first. I was like, I don't know. I know water bath canning. I don't know steam canning. Now, oh my gosh, if that thing breaks down, I swear you are gonna see puddles, rivers of tears going out of this outdoor kitchen. I'm gonna be so super sad. So I will never be without a steam canner again. I really, really, really like this thing. I'm gonna get this plugged in. Maybe there now. Oh, we are. Okay. I'm gonna bring you over and show you, because we're there. We are at our zone. So the dial has, again, I'll go over all of the lovely features that if you wanted to get one, you could see. Dial has these areas. So zone 1, oh, let's get over here. There you go. Zone 1, 2, and 3. I happen to be in the darkest zone, the green zone here. So I am actually zone 1. So I have to wait till that red needle gets into this dark green zone, and then I know I am ready to start my timers. Now that's gonna go for 40 minutes, and I'll set my timer for that. Then I'm gonna go plug in all of the tomato skins and get them dehydrating. Oh, I'm so productive today. Oh, I love it. I love it. I'm gonna take that mountain. Okay, everything is progressing very well. We have ended up with 12.5 pints of stewed tomatoes. I can't touch them right now because they got to sit for 12 to 24 hours. Now I've got load 1 of the tomato skins from the dehydrator done. No, this is not all of it. This is just part of it. But these jars, by the way, for new canners, these jars are so super cute when you look at them in the store and you're thinking, oh, they'd be lovely. Yeah, you can't stack them. There's no shelf that this tall in your cabinet, so just pass them by. They're not worth it. Not to me anyways. So I'm going to bring you down and show you what we have here. So this is a whole bunch of tomato skins, and I have just gone through and kind of crushed some of them up, as much as I could. And then I'm putting them in here in my little tiny grinder, so you see, it's kind of like just grinding your coffee. And they came out and they were in big pieces, so I crushed them down, got them to about this size, and then I'll probably have about one more run, this run and one more with the grinder to get them down to a powder. But it is turning out to be an absolutely beautiful tomato powder. Yeah, I mean, that's great. This is awesome for something that I was going to throw away. So I'm excited about this, to have this on my shelf. And I made it, so that's even better. Okay, I'm gonna get another load in the dehydrator and get those going, and maybe I'll get to fill this jar up, at least fill this one jar up with something that I was gonna throw away. I think that's pretty cool. I'm excited. Okay, I'll stop saying I'm excited. Probably not. I'll be back. How's that? Sorry. We got... And we're all done. So we're all done for the day. We've had a very long day, but it's been super, super productive. Yes, we have. 12.5 pints of this gorgeous crushed tomatoes. And again, that recipe came out of the USDA Complete Guide to Home Cooking. So I'm thinking I can use this just in soups, in stews. I can warm it up and pour it over some rice. There are so many things I'm going to be able to do and make this the start of it. The other thing that I think is the super winner chicken dinner is the tomato powder. So this is all the skins that I was going to throw away and discard. Normally I would have done that. Nope. We got a whole jar full of tomato powder, and it is beautiful. I hope you can see that good. I'm so excited about that. I just love that we used everything. We were so productive. Yes, we were. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you so much for coming along with us. If you like our channel, please make sure you subscribe and push the all bell notification so you get notified of all the videos once we post a new one. I don't know why I said it like that. I'm tired. It's getting late. So take care, God bless, and we will see you in our next video.